Hello and welcome to Poland. My name is Paweł. If you look at pictures from Europe, you can find that there are big protests in many places around. The reason for them are pandemic restrictions. But when you look at pictures from Poland, you also can find big protests, but with totally different reasons. Shall we? Usually, I'm not talking about the current situation, but another time there are huge manifestations all around Poland. Of course, the biggest are in Warsaw. I will show you some shots from Kraków, but you have to know that it's all around in all bigger cities and also in some smaller towns. Because of the pandemic, in many European countries there are big restrictions, what means a lot of businesses are closed, a lot of people are losing their jobs, they are getting bankrupt, but it's not the reason for protests in Poland. So, why people moved outside, especially now in the middle of the winter? In autumn, the Constitutional Court decided that some abortion laws are breaking the constitution. To find more about it, you can click the link up here because I made a video about that. But now the government published that, what means it became the law. From now, the abortion is legal in Poland only when the woman's life or health is in a big risk, or when the pregnancy was a result of a crime. Before, there was so-called compromise, and then legal was also the abortion with a big defect of a fetus, and then the child would be born with big defects or even dead. And now those protests are to make abortion on a request legal, what was on Polish lands possible only during the World War II. But now those protests are also strongly against the Catholic Church, especially here in Kraków, where the current bishop is taking his strong vote in a public discussion, especially about the abortion and LGBT. And it's why you can find that there are many of those protests in front of the bishop's palace, and also you can find a lot of rainbow flags. But also comparing to other European countries, you can see that those protests in Poland are very, very peaceful. There are some incidents, but only in Warsaw. It's from both sides, protesters and police. But when you look at my shots from Kraków, it's hard to see that anything dangerous is happening. Police is in their normal uniforms, they are not carrying shields and they are not using no weapons. And the symbol of those protests are still shouting young people with memes written on pieces of paper. It's very hard to say now what's going to be next, because I don't think that the government is moving any step back because of those protests. And also, there is a big chance for other protests because of the pandemic restrictions, and also from owners of businesses because they are collapsing due to not enough help from the government. And that's all for today. If you want to find more about protests in autumn, you have the link here. Here you will find a link to other video from my channel, and here you can subscribe. If you like it, please leave thumbs up. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode. Bye!